So in the most recent update, Ninja Kiwi decided to kind of buff some more bad crosspaths. They've been kind of on a streak of doing that recently, and I can see why. This time I wanted to kind of check out the mortar, specifically Poppanoff. 052 got a massive increase, and 042 also got a decent increase in kind of burny stuff damage. I just kind of want to play and see if that kind of increase would make the crosspath better, or at least as good as 250. I'm kind of leaning towards no, if I'm being completely honest. But who knows, maybe with some Striker Jones synergy, the crosspath wouldn't actually be too bad, as Jones does provide some pretty decent buffs to Mortar. Now the map I chose, of course, is Moon Landing. Just because Moon Landing is a pretty good map for just kind of mortars in general, so I figured, hey, why not? I'd like to see if I can save up for kind of just Jones straight up. Although round 9 has kind of a lot of green, so maybe not. I wonder if I can just get another Dart Monkey. Alright, seems like another Dart Monkey beats round 9. Let's see if it beats round 10. And then hopefully after this round, or at least in the middle of round 11, I can get down Jones. We can start working on mortars. Perfect, and then I'll get him like here. I thought he does a whole lot of damage anyway, so it doesn't really matter where I get him. Anyways, yeah, I think the specific stats is that 052, the burning stuff damage was increased from, I believe it was like 5 to 18, which is a pretty substantial increase in power. And I think like 042 didn't really get that much. I think it was only increased from like, probably like what, from 3 to 5, 3 to 4 if I had to guess, something like that. But it still is a decent increase overall. I'm not really sure if it'd be better than the +3 damage you would get, or +3 layers you would get from going from 250 or 240. But we're here to figure that out today. So I think this will be my spot for Poppanoff. Right, we're pretty close to heavy shells. Got it. I don't think we're able to afford Artillery Battery because it's whopping $7,000. I'm pretty sure it got nerfed from the last time I used it, because I don't remember Artillery Battery being that expensive. Or I could just be misremembering. Anyways, let me get this guy just ahead, just so I don't forget. And then for 33, not really sure what I would do. I could go all in on mortars and get a kind of D-camo mortar, which I guess wouldn't be too bad. But I mean, since I already plan on getting village, I feel like it'd probably be smarter just to get that instead. Now I can't remember if heavy shells got increased burning stuff damage. I can imagine so. But even if it didn't, I don't think that really kind of changed too much, as I don't think anyone's stopping at heavy shells, as heavy shells just kind of seems to be really only used as a stepping stone into Artillery Battery. Right, so unfortunate as it is, I don't think that this is enough money to be able to afford village, so I guess Signal Flare it is. I think this should be good enough. Put it like right here. And then I'm assuming the Signal Flare will probably be able to decamo everything for the rest of the game. It's pretty decent decamo. Now the thing is, I'm going to have to figure out how in the world I'm going to beat the mob on 40. I think I'll kind of save my money at the moment, just kind of see how much money I can make till then. I don't believe I'm going to be able to afford a Artillery Battery, but if we somehow can, then that'd be good. Definitely the thing I get. Now after we get Artillery Battery, I think we'll just get like kind of an Alchemist and then just a village, and then hopefully that would be enough to save up into Poppanoff, since I had to afford it before 63. Looking at the damage right now, it's actually holding out pretty well for kind of early game stuff. Even though it's only doing, what, 1 damage, and the burning stuff's kind of doing most of the carrying here, but it's actually doing fairly decent in terms of damage. And since I am able to afford Poppanoff, but it's not like I can actually, not Poppanoff, Artillery Battery, but it's not like I'm gonna have the ability up is a thing. Install. Alright, perfect. Didn't even need to use the ability there. Alrighty then, so first things first, we'll start working on village for jungle drums, and then maybe it can be like call to arms kind of later down the line. Now, I was thinking alchemist, but then I realized that this guy attacks kind of fast, so I'm not really sure if alch would even be worth it, since it would burn through the alchemist pretty quickly. So I think I'll get alchemist down if I need to, like let's say, I'll get alchemist down if I need to, the round's too hard, but besides that, I think I'll just kind of chill. Also, I don't remember Poppanoff being $41,000. It's so expensive. And this is Chimps mode because Darmonkey costs 215, where it costs 240 on Impoppable, so I guess there was a bunch of price buffs or price nerfs to this guy, which I guess makes sense. Poppinol was pretty good for its price. Was it $41,000 good? I don't know, because at that price you're kind of encroaching on Sky Shredder. And Sky Shredder is basically a win condition. Poppinol still needs some support. Alright, here comes the mob on 50. I think let's kind of stall this here. And then yeah, the burning stuff damage actually I feel like is so great that mobs are no problem. I do kind of wonder if with these kind of buffs, what the situation for bottom crosspath burning stuff is if maybe it's like if you're running Striker Jones, because his level 20 does double damage. And so I'm assuming that maybe if you're running Striker Jones, bottom crosspath would be better, but if you're not using Jones, then top crosspath would be better. Although if you're not going for Jones in your kind of mortar strategy, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. 53 has a little bit of mobs here. We're kind of trolling against some mobs, but not to the point where we need to use the ability, so it seems like we're chilling. I think Fortifieds might be a bit of an issue as well as BFBs. Also, I'd just like to point out that this save up has been surprisingly easy so far. I haven't had to use the ability once. I'm just kind of doing minimal micro, just moving the mortar from like the first card to the second one. Haven't had anything to even reach the third in a long time now. Yeah, so Artillery Battery is a lot better mid-game than I thought. Although to be fair, I don't really use mortars too often due to the kind of high micro requirement that is required for them. Especially for middle path. Anyways, here comes the BFB. Curious to see how this goes. I think I'll just kind of use Jones whenever it comes up. And then once this guy pops down to mobs, I'll kind of use level 3 Artillery Battery. Just to kind of clear out the rest. So use it now. Alright, perfect. And then hopefully 61's not bad. I do have level 10 Jones, which I think resets cooldowns. So I could always use that if I really need Artillery Battery backup. I think we should be fine. Alright, so 61, we seem to be chilling. 62 I think has Fortified mobs, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to go. We don't have Artillery Battery's ability up, but it's not like I really want to use it for this round because I need it for 63. I can't afford Poppinol by then because the price increase it got. Like that, perfect. Yeah, that was pretty close. Let's see how 63 is. I kind of want to see, like, without the ability, how far ceramics get. Nope, 63 just gets deleted. And this round is not as difficult as you kind of think it is. Which is kind of crazy, because in, like, BTD5, 63 was actually a somewhat tough round. Nowadays, it's pretty easy. Now, I think I'll just kind of use the abilities to kind of end off this round. We get popping on now. So burning stuff damage has massively increased again, and I think the burning stuff duration has also been increased quite significantly. I'm kind of curious to see how much money I can kind of save up now. Like if I don't spend anything else, how much money can I have left over? I would probably need to spend money on maybe like 95 or 99. Definitely have to spend money on 100 because we have nowhere near enough BAD damage, but I am kind of curious to see like if I don't spend anything else up until 100. Just how much we can save. Now we got that. We should be chilling up until kind of the 80s. Or even probably say the 90s. Alrighty, here comes round 80. Like I said, the other rounds weren't anything too hard. Just I kind of had to leave Mortar just kind of in the corner and did its thing. Going to kind of use Striker Stun whenever it comes back up just to get the extra bonus damage. And it seems that ZMG went down fairly quickly. I wonder if we can take down the entire ZMG within the space of the crater. Which we were almost able to, surprisingly. We have $37,000 saved up right now. Nice, healthy amount. Now, even these 81 plus rounds of Super Ceramics just kind of to leave Mortar in its place, and it just kind of shreds rounds easily. Honestly, I think the only difficult round would probably be DDT rounds, and probably 98. I mean, by the time DT show up, Jones will have been a pretty high level, so I don't really have to worry about the Black Boom property. Oops. Don't want to die to those, although the burning stuff can take care of them just fine, probably. 85 has 2 ZMGs, let's see how this is. kind of use Pop Gnaw ability on round 87 since there's 4 that round, just to kind of see max DPS this guy can do. Just let me catch these guys. Perfect. And then 85 is no issue at all. Because 86 has a ton of fortified BFB, so let's see how these are. And we struggle against them a little bit, but nothing too significant. I don't even think we're going to be hitting the kind of third crater. And then for 87, I think I'm just going to unload everything, so I'll use this ability and then I'll use this. Just to see how much damage we can do. Not really as much as I kind of thought it would, considering that the fact that when the ability is active, I think the damage of the burning stuff is increased even further into 36 instead of 18, so double damage there. Alright, this is a long line of mode, so we should be fine. Perfect. Then it's just kind of one ZOMG left. Alright, 88's actually making it kind of far. I think that's the farthest BPs have gotten. Not enough to get to the third crater, but it'd be a little bit worrying. 89 is a long line of fortified mobs, and I think they just all get shredded within the first crater. Perfect. Now round 90 is going to be the first DDT round, so I'm kind of curious to see how we do against those. It's hopefully Signal Flare can decamo everything. Perfect. And then... oof, yeah, DDTs aren't looking too high. Is Jones 20? No. We need kind of level 19 so that way Black Balloons are immune to all explosives. Or not immune, vulnerable to all explosive damage. So I'm kind of curious to see how 93 is, because we'll get level 19 by 93, so I want to see DTs that round instead. Alright, 92 has 3 ZOMGs and a lot of mobs. I want to see how I can handle this. Don't want to use Pop Gnaw, but I mean if I have to, I could always use level 10 ability to reset the cooldowns. Alright, so we've got down all the ZMGs, and then here's just the BFBs. Alright, perfect. You have Jones is 19. Great. Let's see how DTs are now. It should be a little bit better, but who knows, who knows. Still not really that great. They got to the third crater, so yeah, we'll definitely need help for 95, so I want to see what I want to do for that round. Alright, 95 time, let's see how it is. I don't mind using level 10 Jones as well as Pop Gnaw ability. The question is, when do I want to use it? At the moment we seem to be fine, but I think I'll use it now just to get a little bit ahead. And then once this is over, I'm curious to how many DTs are left. So we got them all stacked. Not really sure if that's a good thing. Probably not. Okay, so I think we're fine. Well, let me get these. Perfect. Okay, pretty easy 95 all things considered. Not even sure if I even needed a Relentless Glue, but if I just had a good ability timing on Pop Gnaw ability, I think it would have been fine. Alright, 96, again, has a lot of ZMGs. I think just kind of spamming level 3 would have all I need here. 97 is 2 fortified, so I might need to use the ability for that. Just need to kind of make sure and be careful, because 98 would be after 97, so having the ability at least somewhat charged on cooldown would be ideal. That's going to be kind of hard since the ability is map-wide. Who knows, maybe just kind of spamming Jones whenever the ability is active. Just kind of stalling these UMGs as long as I can just might be enough. Right, here comes 98. Usually the kind of killer of Black Border runs. Ask me how I know. He was kind of stun off the bat. Hopefully just kind of get all the balloons in here before I use Jones' ability. Not Jones' ability, Pop Gnaw ability. I'll stun again. Slow this down just a little bit. And then I'll use Pop Gnaw now. Alright. That nuked it down just a little bit. I think this is a manageable amount of BPs, although it's kind of hard to see underneath everything. Yeah, taking things slowly here. Alright, this is a long line of mobs. They might get to crater number 3, which they are. But if it's just ceramics, I can handle those. And these mobs are heavily damaged, so I think this is a first try, which should be nice. Now, before I celebrate too early, let me just do some of this, just to make sure I beat 100. Perfect. Fortified DTs, I think I might just need to have to use Poppin' ability here. Let's stall and then go there. And then for around 100, I'll just have to use Jones' ability, which is fine. Also, can you pop, please? Thank you. Alright, so I'll use this. Alright, and then this should be enough damage. Alright, second crater, and then we'll get another Spike Storm off. Use it now. And then as soon as this pops, I'll use... Hold on, I need to retarget this guy for camo. If we could pop shortly, please. Let me use this ability. You also have Jones's thing back up. Use that. But retarget here. Alright, perfect. We got the DTs down, although the ZMGs might be a bit difficult because this is really late. Definitely not where I'm going to like spam Jones' ability. You get another Spike Storm off, so that's helpful. Just work down the ZMG layer. And then hopefully we can kind of clean this up. It's getting close. Damn. I wonder if maybe just getting another Spike Storm would help, because that was a pretty late pop. Right, and I think I want to save... hold on, I need to retarget this guy. Alright, perfect. Got him just in time. Do this, do some of that, and then the ZMG should be finished off just fine. Alright, we got Jones' ability coming back up, just in case we need it, but I don't think so, but I'll use it just because. And we got a Dark Knight for our troubles, nice, nice. Yeah, that was an 052 Mortar showcase. Is it better than 250? I honestly can't really say. It feels pretty similar in performance, although I haven't really used 250 in a while. As you can probably tell based off my surprise at the expensive price of popping off, 41,000. I think it is a justified price tag. But I mean, man, this guy definitely came a long way from when I first started playing. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see Ninja Kiwi kind of buffing unused crosspaths. Hopefully one day they will target the 402 darling, because I think that guy needs some love. But anyways, yeah, that was that. Have a nice day, everyone.